Welcome to the Buffalo Wild Wings post-game show as we continue from Seattle. And the two guys that have been screaming at you all night, Joe and Troy, will continue to scream at you. And Pete Carroll celebrating a win to get to the 500 mark. Frustrating by the end of it for Aaron Rodgers, and the Seahawks defense played well. It's a young group, and they have really improved as the season has worn on. I'm Joe Buck along with the Hall of Famer Troy Aikman, and a lot of things to like in this game. It certainly wasn't all negative for the Green Bay Packers as well. Tough date here on the road in Seattle. But in the end, the Seahawks proved by the end their defense was really good on third down, and they could run the ball to end the game with the ball in their possession.
Well, I think it's the way Pete Carroll wants to win. It's the way the Seahawks have won, really, in years past. And this defense, they got beat up pretty good there in that first half. But in the second half, when the defense had to make some plays, they were able to do that. They were able to make some key stops, get pressure, sacks on Aaron Rodgers. They ran the ball well throughout the game. But then, hey, Russell wasn't having his best day in the first half. He missed some guys that would have certainly helped the team. But when the game was on the line there in the fourth quarter, he did what he does and found a way to win the football game. I thought this was a great team win for Seattle.
Yeah, that's all Russell Wilson has seemingly done since coming into the league. And he is our Buffalo Wild Wings player of the game, and standing by with Christina Pink.
All right, thanks, Russell. That go-ahead score here late. You move the ball down 73 yards, capped by the touchdown to Dixon. How were you able to make those plays?
Well, we stayed the course. We kept believing in what we were going to do. Guys made great plays. Tyler Lockett was exceptional in that drive. Doug made some great plays, a couple plays, and just kept making plays. And then offensive line did a tremendous job of continuing to block for the run game, but also for our passing game when we really needed it. In the fourth quarter, we needed to throw the ball and make some plays, and guys made those plays. And then that Dixon comes up with a huge touchdown, does a great job, gets in there, catches the ball great, and gets in there. And I thought our defense was lights out tonight, especially in the second half. I mean, we really shut it down. So that was pretty spectacular to see as a team effort.
What is it about these two teams in this building that you describe the battle whenever you play this Packers team?
Well, a lot of great players on the field. You know, there's a lot of great players on the field and guys making plays and doing some special things. You know, two teams that want to try to do everything we set out to do, and we were able to play. You know, every year is different. You know, but you know, this year we got a great team, and we really believe we can do anything we want to do. We got a long journey. We just stay the course and keep fighting and keep believing, and we believe. If anybody believes, we believe, and so we're going to keep doing that.
After the two close losses the last 2 weeks to the Rams and the Chargers, how important was it for this team to be able to finish in a close game?
Well, we've been moving the ball up and down the field in the fourth quarter. We just haven't been able to finish for whatever reason the past two games, and this time we were rock solid. We talked about it all week, making sure we were rock solid, really clear on what we wanted to do. Guys, we got to make plays in the fourth quarter, got to throw it, got to run it, and we were able to do that, and we came up with a huge Ed Dixon making a huge play. I mean, the great thing is we have so many guys making plays, and that's just the beginning of it, and it's great to see Doug Baldwin score his touchdown tonight, too.
All right, congrats, Russell.
Yeah, go Hawks.
Go Hawks. There it was at the end. He won a Super Bowl in his second year, third-round pick in 2012. They're raising the belt, and they're back to 500. Here in Seattle, the Seahawks, Buffalo Wild Wings post-game show continues after this.
As a pro athlete, I know great performance starts with great sleep, and the Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed is my competitive edge. It intelligently senses our movements and automatically adjusts our firmness and support on each side to keep us both incredibly comfortable. It can even warm our feet to help us fall asleep faster. It's great sleep I can feel and see. Better sleep keeps me at the top of my game for this team and the home team. The new Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed from $9.99. It's proven quality sleep.
The action continues this Sunday on Fox as the gang gets you ready for all things NFL, including a sit-down with two key members of New Orleans defense, Marshawn Lattimore and Cameron Jordan, who share their thoughts on why the Red Hot Saints can only get better. Plus, with their big win against the Eagles, our guys debate whether the Cowboys are finally back on track. Join us for a full day of football fun, only on Fox.
Week 11 continues on Sunday, and we welcome you back to the Buffalo Wild Wings postgame show from Seattle. Troy and Aaron and Richie Zients and Rich Russo and the rest of our group will be in New Orleans on Sunday as you look at some final images from this one tonight. A 3-point win, 27-24. Surfing, posing, whatever it was for Seattle, they got what they wanted. A victory to get to 5-5. And now welcome back inside the broadcast booth. I can't wait to see what the Saints are able to do. Can you imagine? I mean, you play quarterback in this league at a very high level. To think that Drew Brees is having his best year right now, arguably. He's completing passes at 77%. That's unheard of.
Been fun to watch. Don't take it for granted, everybody, because these guys, they don't play forever, although sometimes we sure think that he might, and he's been terrific. And that marriage between he and Sean Payton has been quite a combo for a lot of years, and looking forward to watching them play again. And, of course, the Philadelphia Eagles, they've got their backs against the wall now. A very devastating loss on Sunday night to the Cowboys at home, and in order for the, I don't want to say must win, but a tall order for them to go into New Orleans and beat that team, because the Saints are about as hot right now as anybody in football. What they did last Sunday to the Cincinnati Bengals, that was absolutely surgery on a defense.
They got a defensive coordinator fired. Terrell Austin ended up losing his job. 3 straight games of 500-plus yards against the Cincinnati defense. And I guess we have to go because the guy that's talking in my ears from Cincinnati. So he's mad that we're talking about the Bengals and, the game that they had last week. Too bad, Jake Jolivet. That's just the way life goes. Coming up next on Fox, late local news. And then on NFL Network, the U.S. Army postgame show. That's it from Seattle. Hawks by 3.
Welcome to the U.S. Army postgame show.
Welcome in, everybody, as the Seahawks take the win tonight, 27-24. And it was this play right here that got them there. Ed Dixon's touchdown. Only 1 catch tonight, but it was worth it.
It was a big one.
He was efficient, that's for sure. So now the Seahawks stay alive for that wild card spot in the NFC. It's all about that playoff push right now. And the fans, they're sticking around. This place was jamming tonight. It was so loud in here. We're going to actually talk to Russell Wilson in just a little bit. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Colleen Wolfe alongside Steve Smith Sr.
Yep, here I am.
Steve Mariucci.
Senior.
Yes. No.
Yeah,
Michael Irvin is on the end over there.
Yes.
All right, guys, we got to take a look at this playoff picture. As I just talked about in the NFC, it was all about the playoffs coming into this game with these 2 teams. And here you can see right there in the hunt, the Seahawks now 5-5, and the Packers fall to 4-5-1. So let's take a look at that final drive for the Seahawks, because that was key in this win for them. And the Seahawks, they were down 24-20 coming into this. You see Russell Wilson here on 3rd and 3, and he finds Tyler Lockett for that 18-yard gain. And then what does he do on the very next play?
Well, throw it to him again.
Right back to him.
Play action.
34 yards to Tyler Lockett.
That's the big play right there that they needed, man. And then a lot of questions about did he catch his ball or did he not catch his ball. Doesn't matter now. It's in the books, and it is considered a reception.
Mike McCarthy did not challenge that play. Mooch, I wonder if he should have there.
It's a key moment in that game, right there in that play. The Green Bay Packers was blitzing. You had a tight end and a wide receiver, hot or slash peak route or alert route, and he saw that. Russell Wilson saw that. Those guys were alert. That's what you call taking what happens on the practice field into the game. Great coaching.
Really good.
Do you agree, Coach?
I really do. And a team that made their living leading the league in rushing, the Seahawks, ran for another 173 yards. When it was time to win this thing, they rode on the arm of Russell Wilson.
Right. Because they had to throw to who?
To Tyler Lockett and the receivers.
That's right.
And the touchdown to Ed Dixon, the tight end. What a great game between 2 great teams.
And we talked about that in the pregame. We say, can you win a Super Bowl with a great run game in defense. And I said, yes, but you will have to use that passing game. And they used it in spots, in the right spots, and they made the play when they needed to make the play. And then they used the run game to close out this game like they needed to in the end.
Well, they had to, but let's be honest. It got pretty boring when they kept just running, hitting their head on the wall. All of a sudden, they realized the only way they're going to get back in that game is they got to loosen up, throw some WD-40 in that elbow, and throw it to your plate.
And use the playmaker. They use some play action to make some plays.
Yes, 7 straight games now with at least 150 yards rushing for the Seahawks. And like we talked about earlier in the pregame show, it opens everything up for the play action passing, like you just said. So did they save their season tonight? Do you think that this is one of those games where it all turns around for them?
Well, you save your season to play another week. So, yes, each week right now, at the point you are in right now, it is about saving your season. And that goes down each week. You have to find people that will step up and make plays, just like this young man that I knew from Dallas growing up, Tyler Lockett. He made plays tonight all over the field. We talked Doug Baldwin is the #1 receiver, but this kid, we talked in the pregame show, he's such a dynamic young receiver. He does so many things. They try to use him to throw the ball. They give him the ball on jet sweeps and in the rounds, and certainly the play he made tonight was as big as any. I call that a season-saving catch for the Seahawks tonight.
And this might be a season-saving win now at 5-5, and you're talking about beating the Packers. Now we're fighting for a wild card spot, right? Well, they're going to go play your Carolina Panthers next, and that's another possibility for a wild card team. They got to beat them head-to-head, Steve, in order to stay in the playoff race.
Well, why do you have to touch me, though?
I just want to get your attention because then they play the Minnesota Vikings a couple games after that, and that's another potential wild card team that they have to beat.
That will be good games.
Listen, I know you coach other receivers that don't listen, but I actually listen to you, Coach. So I agree with you. And one of the things that's really important that you need to do is they have to show that they can come back when they don't start off hot. Can they come back, dig deep down into their bag of tricks and show that they have versatility? Can they move the ball down the field? Can they run the ball? Can they stop some things? Can they stop Aaron Rodgers? They showed that, and the Carolina Panthers was watching this game going, do we want to get on top of these guys, and can we keep them down? That showed us today that they are a dangerous team, so dangerous that this is how you play football in January and February. You have to be stable and do well in December and November. And what month is this?
It's November.
Absolutely. Turkey month.
Right on time. That's right. Thanksgiving next week. Seahawks fans giving thanks for this win here tonight. The defense came up big. We're going to talk to the quarterback, Russell Wilson, coming up next. We have a lot of questions for him. But, of course, after us here on NFL Network, Total Access, we'll hear from another quarterback on there, Matt Ryan. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back.
You are watching the U.S. Army post-game show. Do you have what it takes? Find out at goarmy.com/warriors.
I've taken my bows and my curtain calls. You brought me fame and fortune. I thank you all. But it's been no bed of roses, no pleasure cruise. I consider it a challenge before the whole human race. And I ain't gonna lose. I ain't gonna lose.
The NASCAR Championship, Sunday on NBC.
It's good to be a Seahawks fan tonight. Here's the play of the game presented by U.S. Army. And there is Russell Wilson throwing the ball downfield there to Ed Dickson, who gets the score, the final score, that would be 27-24. And we're lucky we got Russell Wilson with us on set right now. And Russ, the way that you are able to come back, congratulations.
Thank you.
Big win.
It was a good one. We needed that one. That was big.
That was great.
Pretty exciting.
The way that you're able to come back in these fourth quarters, you have 26 fourth quarter touchdowns. That's 10 more than any other quarterback since the beginning of last season. How can you just take us through that game-winning drive from the beginning. And we have some tape. We're going to watch it. Just walk us through how it went down.
Yeah, well, I think, first of all, you just got to stay the course right here. And the guys did a great job blocking them. This was a third down right here. Tyler Lockett just kept getting open, kept stretching the field. Offensive line did a tremendous job. We play action them right here. We were able to go down the field, and Tyler makes another great play, another great catch. We stayed the course on it.
Did he catch this?
Yeah, he caught the ball.
All day, come on.
He kept it in there, but so Russell, I got a question on it, and I kind of got a bone to pick, which Tyler was wide open on the hot route. I got him on my fantasy team. He threw the one pass to Ed Dixon.
Yeah, this ain't fantasy though, baby.
I know you do. But I knew he was open.
Oh yeah.
That's all we heard about, Russ.
Hey, well, speaking of that, and you talked about how important this was and how big it was. What were the thoughts and what were the conversations in the locker room coming into this game, facing Aaron Rodgers, knowing this was like a must-win for you guys?
Well, I think first of all, every game that we played has been an amazing matchup. Really last week against the Rams, it came down to the wire.
Chargers before that was
the Chargers. We came back in the fourth quarter again, and we weren't able to make the plays. But this time we were really talking about, hey, we just got to finish. We got to finish. And whatever we got to do, whether it's in practice, whether it's our mentality. We were able to talk to the guys earlier in this week, just thinking about, think big. Think big, believe big. That's how great things happen, and we were able to do that tonight.
Russ, when you went to a couple Super Bowls, you were playing some good defense then, and you were running the football very well, like you are now statistically. But this run game is different than that beast mode smash mouth run game. You're running more read options now. How do you like that kind of play?
Well, I think we mix it up. Tonight we did a lot of zone reads and stuff like that. But I think our running backs are so versatile. Our offensive line allows us to do everything.
And you got three running backs.
Yeah, we do. And then starting with Dwayne Brown on the left side, the left tackle. He's amazing, all-pro player. Then you got obviously Sweezy, who's physical, is going to be Super Bowl champ. Britt playing center, who's one of the best centers. DJ Fluker, who's an addition to us, who is 360 pounds, a full-grown man, blocking out there. And Fetty's doing a tremendous job this year. So it starts with those guys and allows us to be explosive in the running game.
Russell, you talked about you guys' run game and the success you have there. But you have so much success in making plays outside of the tackle box. Coming into the game, number one was Aaron Rodgers and scoring touchdowns outside the tackle box. Number two was Russell Wilson. I mean, most guys we talk about don't try to play from the pocket to win. How are you able to have so much success outside of that tackle box?
Well, I think it's part of the game, that we get to play here, in the sense that, we want to sit in the pocket, throw it around, and be great in the pocket. That last drive, really, we were able to be in the pocket and make some plays. Guys did a tremendous job. But there are also some explosive plays out there, and we don't want to take that part away. That's one of the best parts of our game and how we get outside the pocket. Guys make plays down the field, and just those scramble plays are real tough for them to defend. And so, but we want to always be able to run the ball. We want to have great mixture, and we be able to mix it up and make plays. And then ultimately, this is, obviously Aaron's a great quarterback and everything else, and we had to stay the course. We believe in what we do, and our defense was lights out in the second half. I mean, they kept stopping them, and then, we were able to sustain and make some plays.
Russ, the narrative sort of coming into the season with all of the changes, all the personnel changes, the coaching changes, the expectations weren't extremely high for the Seahawks. And you guys have really quietly been super competitive. And now tonight, this is obviously a statement for you guys. How does it feel to really get this done tonight against the Packers?
Well, they say, nobody's ever built a statue off a critic. And when you think about it, you got to be able to remain the course. You got to be able to do what you do. And, I really look back at this, when I look back in 2012, this team really reminds me of that in the sense of our energy, our youth, and how we want to fight, how we want to play. I mean, no matter what the situation has been, we've always believed, and we practice the right way, we prepare the right way. And that's going to pay off dividends down the road. And we just, it's just one game. It's just one game. We want to stay the course, though.
You use the word youth, so I'll go off that. When you guys were young, when you were younger, you guys were very successful. Now the tide has changed, and now you're no longer the young buck. You are the buck. You are the guy. How has your role changed, and what has that change been for you? Has it been difficult? Has it been fun? Has it had its bumpy times?
Oh, no, I think, for my rookie year, my head's down just trying to figure out every single play and making sure I'm making the right checks and everything else. But, now, it's been able to play a lot of football games, from college to obviously in the National Football League. And we've been fortunate to win a lot of football games. We've been through the fire. And we've been through the fire, and we want to bring that juice. You know, and really, with Bobby and I in particular, we came in 2012. We've really seen it all. We've experienced it all. Guys like Doug Baldwin, you know, a great leader. Tyler Lockett's becoming a great leader. But, you know, as the quarterback, it's my job to make sure that everybody's locked in and ready to roll every day. And I got to bring it every day. You know, there's no other option. You know, that's just the mentality we got to do.
You do your job well. And before this game started, we were talking in our pregame show about this with the matchup of the two highest-rated quarterbacks of all time, you and Aaron Rodgers. And this game certainly didn't disappoint. They throw the ball a little more than you did, but when you needed it, you went 4 out of 5 on that last drive. It was beautiful. It was a thing of beauty, man. You weren't going to settle for that field goal, and you needed to get the touchdown. Congratulations. Keep carrying this team because we're all proud of you, Russ.
Well, appreciate you, babe. Appreciate you, Mooch. We just got to stay the course. You know, long season. You know, we're going to do everything that we believe that we can do.
Russell, just right quick now, because so many people talk about the great run game, and then they start talking about, is he managing the game? Russell's not throwing for over 200 yards. First of all, how much does that bother you, or does it bother you at all?
You know what I have an obsession with? I have an obsession with winning.
Yes.
You know, that's the only thing that matters.
Great answer.
That's the only thing that matters. I can lay my head down tonight and feel pretty good about
especially on a win.
Oh, yeah.
A winning pillow feels good, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Hey.
It sure does.
Russell, you've won 6 straight on Thursday Night Football. I mean, you might as well be like an analyst up here because you're always up here, it feels like, on this desk when we're here in town. But it's not just us that are heaping praise on you right now. We have a couple other people out there tweeting Chris Pratt as one.
What's my guy, Chris Pratt? What's up,
baby? That's right. So he was a little nervous in that fourth quarter. Didn't have the faith. Come on.
Hey, Chris, you know we don't mind the fourth quarter, baby.
That's right. So this is obviously a huge win for you guys, and you'll get some time off now. You'll get to relax on Sunday and watch the rest of the league play. What do you want to see improve, though, before your next game? What do you guys want to work on?
I think that we were a little sloppy at the very beginning. I don't know what it was. I think we just got to be a little sharper, you know, and you know, we'll make sure we fix those things. We've done that. We've been pretty sharp for most of the season, you know. So, you know, I'm not sure what it was. Maybe it was just because the game, you know, started on Thursday versus Sunday. But you know, we'll make sure that we're ready. And you know, at the end of the day, you want to go home, you know, and win. That's what we come here for. We come here to win, and that's what we're able to do tonight.
Go put your head on that winning pillow. I like that, Steve. A winning pillow.
I was thinking the same thing he was thinking too. Hey, you just don't get to go where I'm going sooner. I go Charlotte, get my head on a winning pillow too.
Hey, I hear you. I hear you talking. It's
Russ,
gonna be a good game.
Thanks so much for stopping by, hanging out with us. Great win for you guys. Good luck.
Go Hawks. Go Hawks. How about these fans?
We'll be back.
How about those fans, baby?
Right now.
Get ready for kickoff Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern with NFL Game Day Morning. The Eagles are looking to bounce back after a tough loss to the Cowboys. With a trip to New Orleans looming, Kurt Warner goes one-on-one with Carson Wentz.
We're definitely excited. I mean, everyone wants to write us off, all those things, and at the end of the day, we welcome that.
The Steelers haven't lost since September. The Jags haven't won since September. So why does one of our guys think both streaks will end on Sunday? And it's a possible Super Bowl preview. Chiefs versus Rams.
Touchdown! Patrick Mahomes, Gurley Pater!
Find out which offense Michael Irvin thinks has a clear-cut advantage. It all starts Sunday at 7 with Good Morning Football Weekend, followed by NFL Game Day Morning at 9.
Russell Wilson, a very happy quarterback tonight. He's now 4-0 at home against the Packers. More importantly, they get the win tonight, 27-24 here in Seattle. Of course, coming up after this, Total Access will have Matt Ryan. They're talking to him. He answers some questions. What was more difficult, getting the ball to Julio Jones for that touchdown or assembling the double stroller for his twin boys? Very interesting stuff here. Here is that Tyler Lockett catch here that was on the pivotal game-winning drive for the Seahawks. Mike McCarthy did not challenge this catch, and he talked about that after the game.
We talked about it briefly, but it was late, so we didn't have a look at it.
Like with the injuries to Randall and Geronimo, you've played the rookies a lot. Is it natural to just have ups and downs where some games they just don't produce like they did in others?
You know, just without getting into specifics, we didn't have clean spacing on a few route concepts. So I mean, I think once again that's just part of guys and playing, more reps, more opportunities, taking another step, and we could have been a little cleaner there.
So Mike McCarthy there, they only had one timeout left, so they didn't challenge it. Now they are 0-5 on the road this season. Steve, I know you want to talk about this. You wanted to go first on this.
Absolutely, because here's one of the things. Savagery mode is, I'm full in effect right now. So Tramon Williams is a corner playing safety. Ha Clinton Dix would have been there. You got Tramon Williams right there. That's why he was giving up the cheese all game. He was very hesitant on trying to make tackles. Then he get exposed again. That's why they ran him out of Green Bay. They ran him out of Cleveland. When you get ran out of Cleveland, that's a problem. Brock Osweiler, now Tramon Williams, now he's back here. Was it a catch? Heck yeah, it was a catch because they said,
yeah, they moved him up.
They kept moving the chains.
But you heard.
I mean, it was a little bobble, a little bit.
No, that ball clearly came out, and I thought it was
didn't come out.
That ball was clearly hitting the ground, and he said he didn't get a shot of it, and it was because the first time I saw it, I thought it was a catch. But I tell you, when they go back and look at film, they will kick themselves over and over again for not throwing that flag. And even in that situation, if there's any inkling of a possibility, you throw that flag anyway and challenge it anyway.
Just an inkling.
Just anything. They're going to kick themselves in the head for not getting that.
Well, this is how close it was because the two Mikes, Mike Pereira and Mike Irvin, thought it was a bobble, all right? And the two Steves thought it was a catch. So it's like, all right, let's play on.
Yeah, those
the Steves were right.
Yeah.
What would you have done, Mooch?
Well, 6 minutes left in the game. The Packers did have one timeout, but they had all their challenges left, too.
Right.
So as a head coach, you're relying on the guys up in the box. Right. Look at this play on the replay. The head coach doesn't have that. He's waiting for somebody to help him with the decision. And evidently, somebody up there agreed with us.
And even when they showed the replay on the Fox, they showed the replay. From the angle, it looked like a catch. And then as they continue to show it, you could clearly see that ball hit the ground, but it was too late by then.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. I might be with Mooch on this one because he's been making right calls all night long.
All night long.
Oh, yeah. We're going to pay it off.
I changed my pick because I was going to think the Packers could win this thing, but with all the injuries that they have, no Randall Cobb, no Nick Perry, Kevin King, they're all out. They're not playing. It's going to be tough. With this crowd, Seattle 27, Packers 24.
I hope
Don't drop that mic, Coach.
He did it. I think it was that Sir Mix-a-Lot that really got you started today. That sparked everything.
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Correct score.
Hey, good job, Mooch.
You did it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I've been doing this for 13 years. That's the first one I ever got right.
Oh my! So congratulations. We're gonna have to go celebrate. I guess celebrations are in order for Mooch, and of course for the Seahawks as well. That 27-24 win here at CenturyLink Field. Everybody enjoy your Thanksgiving. Next Thursday, we're not back for another 2 weeks. We'll be back in Dallas when the Saints take on those Cowboys.
Will you be critical of the Dallas Cowboys?
Do my job.
Don't go anywhere, everybody. We have a lot more coming up here on NFL Network. Matt Ryan, he's got you covered. Talking about Julio Jones and that offense. We'll see ya.
We go.
Thank you for watching the U.S. Army post-game show. Do you have what it takes? Find out at GoArmy.com/warriors.